Hey everyone, welcome to today's video. Welcome to a Division 2 discussion here on the Gamer Dad channel. It's been a while. I haven't talked about the Division in a long time. And remember, I told you guys when I was doing the Far Cry, barrage of videos that I was just working on that, but I was keeping my eye on the Division because this is the game, man. This is the game that doesn't have an equal. This is the game that doesn't really have a replica out there in the market. And so if you think about the prospects that this game has, I think there are many things that has affected the Division as a whole in the franchise. But lately, the developers have started talking, and I've been following a lot of the different YouTube channels that have been publishing information on this, and I've just been watching from the sidelines because I feel like my work has already been done. I spent the last maybe 6-8 months telling everybody that they're not going to abandon this game. So I just waited just to see all of this just unfold. Sorry, but this is my time to toot my horn and say, told ya. But I'm not going to do too much of that in this video. I wanted to go ahead and point out something that's quite important though, because in all of the celebration and all of the talk, I feel like there's something that we might miss. And to me, this is very, very important because I want this whole new update whenever it shows up to be a home run, because not only do I just want them to just bring an update, I want them to at least bring an update that's solid and that, pretty much knocks this thing out of the park. Because sure, I may have predicted that, okay, they're going to continue to work on the game and continue to, have conversations or whatever with the community. That was just a prediction because of the 40 million player base and the cheddar, the money. I think they still need to put in more effort to make this a complete package. And it's all based on just one single step. Maybe a difficult step for them, but I think if I talk about it now, then there might be no excuse to get out of it come February when the new content comes out. And what is that? The PTS that has been proposed with these new updates. They proposed that PTS on PC. The language is very, very important. When they wrote that little update, they said, this is going to be coming with a PTS on PC for players to test this out and all of the above. But I say, forget that. That editorial needs to be updated with a PTS for PC, PlayStation, and Xbox. And the reason I say that is because as much as I play on PC and I love the PC community, I play a lot on PC, I have to say that there is a huge player base that is very dedicated on PlayStation. And they are rocking with this game all day, all night. And I think a PTS is the least that Massive can do to ensure that they have a huge pool of feedback from this community. I'm not saying they're not Xbox players. I haven't even reached there because Xbox players are even so crazy diverse. They're even playing the Division 1 as well as the Division 2. They're playing the whole game. So on the console side, because of the price drop, Xbox has also grown even much more than it was at launch. Some people even got an Xbox Series X like me, and we got an account on there and we started a new character. If you get what I mean. Some people got an Xbox PS5, they moved from Xbox and they jumped into the PlayStation ecosystem. Some people built a PC, even though PCs are insane to build right now, and they got the game and started playing on PC. Now, yes, they'll benefit from that, but there's no need to isolate any portion of the community. You need the collective Massive to knock this thing out of the park. And that's what my major concern is in all of this hoopla. Because as much as I can say, okay, sure, I told you they're going to continue to, support this game because of the huge player base that have, in a sense, already downloaded this game, I think that player base has to feel what it is that they're doing. Now, here's the timeline. The timeline to get these PTSs done, in my opinion, I think is somewhere around maybe, nothing more than like 30 days. Or maybe if they say 45 days, why not? Let's throw 60 days in there even if we wanted to. The content comes out in February as proposed. We don't know if it's going to be beginning of February, mid-February, or, somewhere in the end of February, at least for the PTS. It may be coming out in January, maybe coming out early February before the full content is rolled into play in the late times of February, whatever. But I think now if you calculate November, the 2 weeks that Massive usually has as their work week in December, because I think they have a holiday sometime in December, and then a little bit of January, I think we have enough time for them to say maybe they can scratch up whatever the paperwork is necessary to deploy this PTS on console. Now, I may not be certain or accurate as to how their process works, but they are already an established publishing and development firm, and this is something that can be taken care of. Because here's the thing. even though it may seem like it will make the work difficult on the back end in terms of collecting data, Massive collects a lot of data. They've said it in the state of the game before. Think about the ease that it will provide with more feedback that is easily accessible. Because y'all know, if the console players get a hand on this PTS, they're going to be making videos about this stuff too. So Yannick and whoever is working alongside with him can literally sit down on YouTube all day, and people are going to do the build work for them, and they can just pinpoint the areas on that PTS that appear to be busted, broken, or in a sense unfair, and this can streamline their work in terms of balancing in one aspect. I'm not saying that their back-end data may not be as superior as the front-end data, basically the YouTube and the videos we're putting on Twitch and all, but I'm saying it then gives them a wide array of things to look at. So it provides a multi-dimensional side of them getting and gathering feedback. Plus, it has the benefit of making the community feel like, yo, we want you guys to come back into this ecosystem and come and see what in the world is going on. Because February seems to me like a perfect time. I mean, to me, I don't think they're going to be doing much in January, because January is Rainbow Six Extraction's window, and Ubisoft usually likes to stay away from talking about any old games when the new games are coming out, especially if the game is very old. Now, yes, the game may be fairly old. It could still get some limelight. Breakpoint is getting its limelight. Yes, it is fairly old. Assassin's Creed is getting its limelight. It is fairly old. But again, you can say, well, Riders Republic was actually coming out around that time. Hey, Riders Republic is a whole different audience. I mean, I'm seeing the folks that are playing, they're joining the channel, they're subscribing. So that's a whole different audience on its own. Whereas the Tom Clancy audience, we know exactly where it is that we stand. So this is my major concern in all of this. And I'm excited at least that they're talking. I'm excited that they're actually setting out some kind of a window of opportunity where they say we're going to be delivering updates on what's going on. So they're bringing the community back into the development process. This is what we've been saying for the longest time. There's no secret that, you can keep a lot of things secret, but there's nothing wrong in giving little minimal updates that really shows a lot of respect to your community. So I think it's good that they're doing this, and it's nice that they're doing this. But again, this is where Bungie stands out from Massive. You see, many people will blame Massive, but you have to understand they're under the Ubisoft banner, and the Ubisoft banner is not in the studio. That's the thing about Top Brass. They don't live in the studio, whereas in Bungie, Top Brass lives in the studio. So the way Bungie operates, they're operating free of those strings being pulled, so they understand that if their community is not happy with them, they close up shop. In Ubisoft world, if a small dev team, knows that the audience is not happy with them, they have to still ask Top Brass if they can remedy that. And if Top Brass says no, then they're stuck in the middle of all of it. So this is kind of where we find ourselves as division agents. So once in a while, I'll tell people, we just have to temper down the way we, respond to the things that they're doing, because a lot of it is their hands being tied behind their back. But now it seems like somebody has given them the keys to go for this. So I feel like they need to go all the way, because I feel like it's going to pretty much be transcendent past even the Division 2. And if my own theory is correct, that they're working on a Division 3 game, which I think is probably going to be in between Avatar and Star Wars, then exactly this is what they need to do at this point in time. That's my video, folks. Talk to you all another one. Peace out.